Welcome back to the Tent Shed Garage. Today we're working on the 2014 CR-V. Trying to solve a problem in this door. Listen to this door. When I close it, you hear that sound? It sounds like a drum. Let's see what a door should sound like. Here's the driver's door. See? Sounds good. Sounds like a door should sound. So that noise is coming from bad body work. The light, when you catch the edge of the door and the light just right, you can tell that this door was filled with some orange peel that probably isn't coming up on camera, but this is not the factory paint. This door got crushed in a minor collision to the point where either the door needed to be replaced or it needed to be filled, and the body shop, when they did their work, it was kind of a budget rush thing that needed to be done. I would not have chosen to do it this way otherwise. I wanted the door replaced really, but a door wasn't available. There's a structural member right around here that the door skin, I believe, is no longer attached to, and I think that's what we're hearing when we close the door. So today, I'm going to remove this interior door panel and see if I can't reattach the door skin to the structural framing member inside. Those are the tools I'm going to be using. Got my classic 4-in-1, not even a 6-in-1. It's a 4-in-1. Really, it's a 5-in-1 if you're clever. These tools, the red ones, came in this pouch. It was like $11 on Amazon, but that was close to 10 years ago. I don't know what it's going for now. This is a 4-piece set of the yellow tools. You can get that at Harbor Freight. I like those things for popping off the interior door panels. This stuff was left over from another project. Hopefully that's what's going to hold the door skin to the framing member. And this is just a magnetic dish to hold screws and whatnot. Down in the bottom of the door handle is this little cover. Pop that out using this. Just reached down there and flicked it up. No biggie. Went down there with the screwdriver, pulled out that Phillips screw. So far, all I've done is pop this off with my fingers. Maybe that's easier to do on this car because I've done it so many times already. So your mileage may vary with that. Stay tuned. Okay, now to remove the cover for the tweeter and the mirror plug, I used this. I just got behind it, popped it off. Alright, if you've gotten this far already, then you know that when you take the interior panel off, you need to pop it up out of this channel. It kind of hooks over this edge. You pull it up, pull it away from the door, you unplug the power locks and power windows connector, and off she comes. And there's a bunch of little clips on ours. They're green. I don't know what color they are on yours. That might vary. But anyway, there you go. This is a 2014 Honda CR-V. I'm guessing that 12 through, I don't know, maybe 16 are the same. I know that the body appeared identical from 2012 through 2014, so, yeah. Now this tape is something I read about in a forum as a good way to reattach this plastic membrane that if you ever go inside the door, you're going to peel off what's probably butyl tape back here, and it's never going to stick again. And I don't remember if I had any butyl tape the first time I took this apart. This is probably about the 5th time I'm inside this door. So I probably put some butyl tape in here the first time, and then, you know, I didn't have any more, and maybe it was expensive or this was more readily available. I can't recall, but this is what I bought a couple years ago to reattach the plastic here, and it seems to be holding up. Okay, so there's that support member that I was talking about, I was mistaken in my memory. I thought it ran a little more horizontal, as you can see. There you go. Give you a little perspective there. It is not parallel with the bottom of the door, but I have confirmed, it's gonna be tough to show you on camera, the door skin is not really touching it. Now, there's like, let's see if we can get the camera in here. I don't know what this is, foam? It's something back there. And it no longer is, like, I guess, adhered to this bar. I'm not sure if it was ever adhered, but I can tell you it used to be a better fit. Now, looking inside this door, I'm not even certain that this was my door. Oh yes, there it is, there's the proof. I remember now. See those little spots down there? I think that's from where they welded pins to the door to try and pull the dent out. So they probably pulled most of it out and then filled the rest. And the rest of this powdery residue, I think, is sanding dust, probably from the body shop itself. I guess it's not detrimental to the door. I don't know. One way or the other, in the future, I plan to replace this entire door with a newer door. And better paint. Alright, so one more time, just so that you see what we're dealing with, because I know I had the engine running before when I demonstrated that there's a noise. We're going to shut the door. Hear that sound? There's like a whump. It's this. You can hear that. Here's how a door should sound. Solid. So, plan is to put this stuff in that gap to try and stop the reverberation. Here's the package to this stuff. I got this in Advance Auto Parts, I want to say. I was looking for a way to mount a used dash cam that I got on eBay. The sticky stuff that was pretty much just like this was no longer sticky because somebody had already used it. Now, since this is gonna be a tight fit, my trick for installing it is going to be to partially peel this. I don't want the whole thing peeled because it'll just stick to everything and I won't get it back there. So I'm going to try and jam it back there with just about an inch on the end exposed. And then once all of this is tucked behind this bar, hopefully it will want to stay in place while I just quickly rip the backing off, leaving the tape in place. You know, kind of like the tablecloth trick. Okay, so far this is not going as planned, but it is going. What I had to do was turn this around so that the backing is facing me, putting it up against the bar, and putting the sticky side to, let's see if I can get a light in there. Sticky side to the foam or whatever that is that used to take up the gap. Now I'm going to try and remove this backing. That seems almost like it's a magic trick, but cut back to this momentarily. Okay, so that didn't go smoothly at all, but it is in there. I managed to get the backing peeling off pretty easily at the start. I did have to kind of separate the skin from the bar using my hand, you know, kind of pushing my fingers this way and my thumb that way, like this. But then when I got to around here, the whole thing lifted out on the top, and then the far end fell down below. What I managed to do was, with this trim tool, tuck it back in there as I went. Unfortunately, that meant that it rolled up and it no longer looks neat. Maybe that doesn't matter. So we're gonna try shutting the door, see if that's any better. A little better, I think. Here's the driver's door. A little more silent. Let's see. It's definitely better. I can tell that it's better. It's not where I want it to be. I think this is one of those times as a married guy where I'm just going to see what my wife thinks, since she predominantly uses this car. If she's happy with it, I'm going to quit while I'm ahead. Well, the wife gave it her seal of approval. That's good enough for me. I have other things that are more important that require my time. So I won't be revisiting this until it's as irritating as it previously was. I'm going to go find the roll of this tuck tape that I think I got on Amazon. I'm gonna tape this thing back down, put the door panel back on, call it a day. The inside of the interior door panel. There you go, there's the part number. There's some of Mrs. Junk's plastic welding genius, which you should see in a separate upcoming video. Not of this, but on something else that we worked on. Actually, we shot the video a couple months ago. I just have not gotten around to editing it. So hopefully that'll be on the channel soon. So this was her repair after the body shop apparently broke this thing when they were putting it back together. And later on, we just took care of it ourselves real quick in the yard, put the car back together.